athletics. Who runs the Diamond League page?
I don't know.
None of us.
Huh?
None of us.
All right.
Congrats, Rai. First
Thank
and
you.
best. You're a man with so much talent that you can run everything from 2 all the way up. What does this PB mean for you, and what does it show you at this season?
It means a lot. I mean, that was only my second race of the season, so just getting the rhythm under me is super important, especially with these guys running super fast, 43 mids. So I think we would have ran 43 today, but it's really windy out there, as a lot of people will tell you on that backstretch. So I think all in all, like I'm happy. PB, a lot of those guys, Colin, world champion, held them up to the very end, out of lane 9, which was like.
So would you
surprise to me.
prefer a different lane? Because, I mean, you were running blind the whole day.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I would have gotten a different lane, but politics, man. So that's all I can say about that.
When was the last time you had raced out of here?
Man, it's been a long time. I don't even know. I can't even. Maybe high school. Like even high school, I was getting good lanes, but it's been a while since I've been out in no man's land. But very humbling experience. So happy to come out, run a big PB. So on to the next for me.
In the last 100, did you think that you had it, and what do you think you could have fixed, or you think that's just for today?
I think I had it. It was just more so just rust than anything, finishing that last 100, because anyone will tell you it's really hard to finish that last 100 right there, and especially when you can't see anyone, so you don't know how to gauge how you're running that last 50. But I just tried to keep it together and hold it off as long as I could. And like I said, it's just a rhythm thing, and I think the more races I get onto me, the better I'll be later on in the season.
Do you have more 2s or 4s in the future?
Yeah, I got a 4 coming up, Monaco next week. So we'll be in Monaco again. So hopefully get a little 10-day or 6-day change will make a difference. We'll see with the travel and everything. But yeah, hopefully we can figure it out again out there and hopefully get a even faster race.
Since it's not a championships year, going to be bouncing back and forth between the 400 and the hurdles this year?
I'm still trying to decide that, figure that out. I had a little bit of a setback after the Japan meet, so that's why I've been pulling out of races. But first one back, but we're trying to figure it out as the season goes. Like, there's no pressure this year. There's ultimates, which is supposed to be fun, and just looking forward to like running fast times and keeping the fans and everyone excited.
This matchup got bumped back a few more weeks than we hoped it would.
Yeah.
Are you feeling healthy coming into this one?
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good coming into this one. Like I said, just race fitness and just getting used to that rhythm once more after running all those 400 hurdles. This guy right here, listen, he been on my ass all week. He was busting my ass all week. So
The reason he got the PB.
I gotta thank him for that. Yeah, man, I appreciate all the love and all the support. And to whoever's running that Diamond League page, I don't know who you talking about as a pretender, but we'll see. I'm gonna catch up with them.
What are you thinking for 28? Are you making?
I'll run the 400 hurdles in 28. Yeah.
So this is
just
to
like
prep for
just
that ultimately.
just having fun. I mean, the last couple of years have been tough, and I've sustained a lot of injuries. That's just super niche to running the hurdles. So we just thought it'd be a good time to just like let the body rest in a different way and try something else and then go back to the hurdles, because I personally don't like the monotony of just hurdling. Like, it's not that exciting, and I think it's pretty telling when you have a field as talented as the field that we just ran in, and I'm the headliner, but I had one of the slowest PBs in the field. So that just goes to show who's really moving the needle with everything.
What's it mean to have USA's at home in your home state?
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Looking forward to that. Surprise event, so look out for that one.
You've been at this for a while. How important is it to have fun in your career?
It's super important. I think, like, I hate to see it on the later half of my career, which is crazy. You learn to appreciate like just being here and being where your feet are, because this whole sport is like, it's fleeting, and you have your 10 seconds, and then someone new like Jacoby comes around and breaks the collegiate and the world record, and all the hype is there, and it's just exciting to see like the new generation coming up, Colin, Chris, everyone else coming through the ranks and making a name for themselves. So I'm just trying to enjoy it, and I'm getting into the unk status like V, so I'm just trying to be there and impart wisdom on the rest of the guys. So spoke to Cooper this morning, told him like you got to take those losses on the chin and learn from it. So it's just like, trying to instill wisdom to the younger generation and to try to be a good influence on those guys to make them know like you can take it seriously, but there's nuance to it. Have fun, be where your feet are and just enjoy it for what it is.
As a veteran, what did you think when I think it was last week or the week before, the IOC came out and announced that everyone who goes to the Olympics is going to get a $10,000 grant?
Yeah.
That's something that in this sport in particular, there's a lot of people that
Yeah.
are trying, like, how big of, is that enough money? Should it be more? Like, what was your reaction to that? And maybe even not for you right now, but maybe when you were starting out.
I mean, I think it's great. It's something for those in the sport that are struggling, who don't have a shoe contract, who don't have major sponsors. And, I'm very aware of my privilege in the sport and, what I'm afforded. And, $10,000 goes a lot of way for even myself, and we're not privileged enough to have a governing body in the sport where there's a higher amount to give to athletes, and that's just a product of where we are. And I think it is getting better, and that's a right step in the right direction. So maybe in another 10-15 years it'll probably be $40,000, who knows. So I think it's a step in the right direction. I think the comments that the IOC president made about athletes shouldn't get paid, I think that was very concerning. As athletes who don't come up in privileged sports like golf or equestrian or a lot of the winter sports, it's hard for lower income athletes to sustain themselves and be successful in their given sport. So hearing that was kind of disappointing, but then again, they take steps in the right direction and doing things like that. But I think overall, everyone should have the same overarching message that athletes do deserve to get paid, because at the end of the day, it's a sacrifice. And it takes a lot to do what we're doing here today. So, and then again, it's a choice. We made the choice. So, like I said, there's nuance to everything, but in the same breath, as a leader, you have to lead a little bit better than that.
Would you consider LA 2028 a home Olympics? We haven't had it in 32 years on the summer side, to be a potential springboard for kind of growing track and field a little bit more beyond just, hey, it's the Olympics, it's track and field. Instead, there can be track and field popularity outside the Olympics.
I would hope so. I think in America, we have unfortunately subscribed to a lot of, media personalities that make the sport look bad and, highlight very negative things about the sport because of their experiences and things that they've gone through and just idiotic decisions that they've made. And that's not the sport, that's bringing the sport down. So when you have media personalities that talk negatively about everyone in the sport, then that gives a negative impression on the sport itself, thus not progressing the sport.
Are you talking about other athletes or talking heads?
I'm just talking about talking heads. And, a lot of, I think as journalists, you guys have the responsibility to correct the narrative and make proper, headlines and highlight the good things that are going on in the sport as opposed to the negative things. I think a big topic right now is enhanced games and people taking drugs and all that type of stuff. And I hate to see that that's being highlighted and that's everyone's taking, no, everyone's not doing it. We're all not like that. And I don't think media did a really good job pushing back on that narrative. And thus, we are in this limbo of, well, track is cool, but they're all taking X, Y, and Z, when that's not the case. A lot of us come out here and bust our asses and work really hard and do the things that we could do to be better. So I think if we want to continue to progress the sport in 2028, we have to control the narrative ourselves and highlight the good things that are happening and continue to progress smaller things and make meets cooler. Great atmosphere out there today. I think everyone should come and see that, you know what I mean? Instead, people hear certain things online and listen to these personalities and think okay, this is the end all say all. Come out and watch a track meet. You'll see the difference.
How else do you think we can make track cooler? This is something that stakeholders in the sport have been trying to do for a long time.
I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but my job is to run. And you guys, you guys are the investigators. You guys paved the way. You guys are the ones responsible for, promoting intriguing thoughts. So I'll leave that up to you guys to do that. Yeah.
Congratulations on the
Thank you.
PR.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.